Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Praise the Lord. Somebody call my mama. That's right. This is my YouTube CBS channel vlog show, known as WEML-TV Channel 77, where there's Ordinary and then there's me, Eric Lima, hosting the show. What's going on? Episode 535, September the 7th, 2021, 10:54 p.m. And I got some big news from the Rant and Rave front, and that not only it's a 100th episode, and Bumbling Bozos will be collaborating with us this Thursday at 4 p.m. Also, we're going to have the husband and wife wrestling team of Rodney, Mac, and Jazz for us to interview. And it'll be an honor to have them as part of the 100th episode. So we'll welcome them, and I'm really looking forward to interviewing them and talking to them a little wrestling and whatnot. And let's have some fun, shall we, on that day. So come on by and tell them that Eric Lima sent you. If I see any trolls, Jordan Little and Brandon Martin will take care of them. We're gonna have a bunch of lunatics on the show as well as our special guests. So and join us if you can, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Please join us. Let's get right into it. NXT. We're going to talk about NXT. NXT is the final NXT of the black and gold version, because they'll be going to a new season next week. I'm lost. I'm getting tired. Let me get this done before, and then I'm going to upload this video, and then I'm going to bed and get ready for tomorrow morning so I can get to work and all that good stuff. So let's get right to it. It's almost 11 o'clock. Ember Moon and Kaylee Ray kicked off the program, and it was a hard-fought matchup between both former champions. Kaylee Ray, former NXT UK Women's Champion. Ember Moon, a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. But in the end, Kaylee Ray did pick up the victory over Ember Moon. Because Ember Moon's been on a losing streak since losing the tag team titles. It was only a matter of time where a lot to think about. Mackenzie Mitchell did interview Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. They're hell bent on getting the titles back against MSK, while Pete Dunne and Rich Holland just gave him Pete Dunne gave him specific instructions, says end MSK. And then Indy Hartwell's bachelorette party was all the ladies from the NXT. Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter, Mackenzie Mitchell was there. Cora Jade, Amari Miller, and the newcomer Persia Perrott. She is formerly known as Steph Delander. Facebook. She's from Australia as well. and she's claims she's there for Disney World. So, anyways, it's really, really cool. It was a beautiful, just a nice restaurant. They had a little toast, and then Indy Hartwell said, I wonder what Dexter and the guys are doing with their bachelorette party. And Candace LeRae said, I got some spine gear. And she goes, okay, family wedding emergencies, have a good time, and everything else. And they were chatting amongst each other. Then it went to Carmelo Hayes versus Santos Escobar, or Legado del Fantasma. And I looked at Electra Lopez's outfit, and I figured, did she beat up the Undertaker and take his hat too? Speaking of the Undertaker, I found out that him and the New Day are working on a film. In fact, it's a movie. It's called Escape the Undertaker. It'll happen on Netflix. It's supposed to be an interactive thing. It's really, really crazy thing indeed. So it's like, this is about as close as New Day versus the Undertaker we're going to get. Very interesting situation. Very interesting movie. Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter were getting ready for their title match against Io Shirai and Zoe Stark for the women's tag team titles. Malcolm Bivens, Diamond Mine, and the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. He was cutting a promo on them. They'll make their debut. And Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed William Regal. And William Regal says next week there'll be a fatal four-way #1 contenders matchup. Tommaso Ciampa versus Kyle O'Reilly versus LA Knight versus Pete Dunne. Winner faces Samoa Joe for the title. The Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, made their debut against Chucky Viola and Paxton Averill. And this young stud tag team, these two young kids, I mean, they were impressive. In fact, I think Denise Salcedo says that that they remind her a little bit of the Steiner brothers. I'll tell you one thing, and they just beat the heck out of these poor souls and end up winning the matchup. The Diamond Mine, Hachiman Roderick Strong. You're talking about a fearsome foursome, and I think this is gonna be something. The Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus Creed, unbelievable. It is so surreal. It is totally crazy. Then Io Shirai and Zoe Stark head out to the ring, and Zoe Stark wanted to go do a fist bump, and then Io Shirai's like, forget it, we're going out there. Io Shirai wants to be a champion. Don't blame her one bit. Mackenzie Mitchell did interview Ember Moon after her match against Kaylee Ray, because she goes, I'm losing now. I'm losing to Kaylee Ray woke me up. Now I know what I got to do. It seems like Ember Moon's probably going to go to a different place. What kind of place? We don't know. One thing is Ember Moon's luck has got to change. Hit Row did cut a promo on Legado del Fantasma after development of Electric Lopez joining the Legado team on the Familia last week. And looks like Hit Row is still going to be going after Legado del Fantasma. Then the NXT Women's Tag Team titles were on the line. Io Shirai and Zoe Stark defends against Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. It was a hard-fought matchup until Kaden Carter made a hesitant mistake on Casey Catanzaro. But despite the fact of miscommunication between Stark and Shirai, Shirai did end up doing whatever it takes to keep the titles, and that's what happened here. Io Shirai and Zoe Stark did retain the titles. Meanwhile, as Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter escape up to the ring, Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane attack Carter and Catanzaro. First, they attacked Saray last week. Now, they attack Carter and Catanzaro. All besides a 6-woman tag team match will happen. Who knows for sure what will happen in that matchup. Kyle O'Reilly cut a promo about the fatal 4-way that William Regal announced. He's aiming to win that. And then Dexter Lumis' bachelor party. And Johnny Gargano goes, who's funding this whole thing? Who's doing this? And Cameron Grimes was the man behind it. They had Odyssey Jones. They had Odyssey Jones, Cameron Grimes, Drake Maverick, Dexter Lumis, Johnny Gargano, and the zombie referee Daryl Sharma, which they pretty funny. They did go-karting. They did the axe-throwing contest. They did the trampoline. They did the laser tag that connected them both. And then while Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae were spying all over the place, it was the funniest segment ever. And Cameron, the trampoline part was funny. Cameron Grimes goes, I bet you can't send that guy to the moon, and everything else. And the cool part is that Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes called a truce. The class fans, I was like, yes. If Cameron Grimes needs a bodyguard, you can hire Dexter Lumis, man. It was a lot of fun. That bachelor party was totally cool. And Frankie Monet and Jessica Mann were talking about the wedding, and they said, And then Robert Stone was excited. He was running back to the locker room. He said, listen, I just got done talking to William Regal. Next week, the women's championship will be on the line. Raquel Gonzalez versus Frankie Monet. That's going to be a matchup. And then Frankie Monet says, forget the wedding. It's all about me. We'll see, Miss Monet. We'll see. And then Mei Ying made her in-ring debut against Virginia Ferry. Who was Ellie, one of the independent wrestlers. And Mei Ying, oh my gosh. Somebody call my mama. Because Mei Ying is so lethal in the ring. She got the tongue and death grip as her new submission hold. Somebody call a new finishing maneuver. Somebody call Haku on this one. And beat Virginia Ferry. Unbelievable. LA Knight cut a promo on the Fatal 4-Way. MSK was getting ready for their tag team title match defense against Lorcan and Birch. And then Tommaso Ciampa cut a promo. He says he got 2 goals in mind. One is beat up on Pete Dunne and get Goldie back. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be something to behold. Then the NXT Tag Team titles, MSK, Orton Lorcan, and Danny Burch. Both teams fought hard, but MSK in the end did retain their titles. While Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne, they got involved, tried to get involved, and backfired on them. And then Pete Dunne looked at Ridge Holland, nodded his head. They both turned on Lorcan and Burch. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, both of them, both men got turned on. They got betrayed by Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne. Looks like Ridge Holland and Dunne. I wouldn't be surprised if the tag team feud between those two teams go at it, but who knows for sure what will happen. Oh man, so that's it. That's all the time we have. Episode 535 of NXT Event Center for September the 7th, 2021. Before I close, like I said, this the thumbnail you will see on the video will be the last thumbnail, the last time you see that, because there'll be a brand new thumbnail for a brand new season of NXT with a new logo. I'm going to try to work on that over the weekend. I'm really excited. In fact, next week I'm going to try to work on some. I'm going to work on some of the thumbnails over the week, but because a lot going over the weekend, because there's a lot going on. Rant and Rave is tomorrow, Thursday. Thursday, 100th episode. I got Whammy Mania Wednesday tomorrow. Everything is over the weekend. I'm going to work on that. Got lots of crazy stuff happening over the weekend, so we got that going. So that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 535 is going to complete. It'll be my last video to upload for the night, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Until then, peace, love, and bless out. See ya. AEW Dynamite's tomorrow. I'll see ya. Peace.